Oh no, things are not looking good. I'm starting to run really low on carrots. I think these are the last 2 carrots that I have left. I've got 1 golden one and 1 normal one. And I've got a bunch of spare gold lying around to make some more golden carrots, but unfortunately, I don't have any actual carrots remaining. Do I have any inside of these barrels? Any carrots lying around? Did I really eat them all? I feel like it was just last week that I went carrot hunting. Well, you know what they say, a growing bunny needs to eat a lot of stuff. Well, I guess since all my carrots are out, I should probably go out and get some more. Luckily, I live like right next to a really, really nice carrot patch, so there should be a bunch of carrots just waiting for me to go and eat them. Let's see, any carrots around here? Sometimes I drop them when I'm bringing them back down into my den. Any carrots? Hello? I don't know why I'm saying hello like the carrots are gonna respond back to me.
There it is. I think it's that way.
Do you really think that's the spot?
Wait, hold on a second. Who are these people? Uh-oh. There's humans over there. Are these hunters? My parents have warned me about hunters. Apparently there's like a type of people who go around and hunt animals and then they kill us and like sell our meat for food or something. I don't know. It's kind of messed up, but they're going closer to my den. Wait, what are they doing in there?
I think this is the spot. All of your clues are leading to here.
You realize if this place actually has what we're looking for, then we're gonna be rich.
I know. Hopefully it has it in here. We need to go down and check.
Wait, hold on. They're just going into my house without permission. What's wrong with these guys? No manners on these humans at all. I guess I can sneak up behind them though. I am just a baby bunny, so I'm pretty small. They shouldn't be able to notice me if I hide.
Whoa, what is this place?
Baby Dash, look, there it is.
No way.
Wait, hold on. What in the world are they looking at? Oh, are they looking at that old thing? That giant egg has been left in my den for a long time. My parents told me that I need to protect it with my life. Hold on. These guys aren't here to take it, are they?
Okay, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was.
Apparently, this is the largest bunny egg to ever exist. We have to take this thing back to camp.
Oh yeah, 100%. But, I don't think me and you can just lift this thing up.
Yeah, definitely not. We're gonna need to go and get the truck and probably some other tools as well.
Yeah, it looks like it's really stuck in here. We're probably even gonna have to tear down this burrow so that we can make room for it out the hole.
Wait, hold on. What? They're gonna steal the egg? Now, I don't really know what's inside of that thing. They just said it's the biggest bunny egg in the world. I cannot let them take that.
Alright, well, time to make the hike back to our camp. It shouldn't be too far from here.
We've been walking for a while, are you sure?
Let's just keep following the path that we came from.
Oh no, they're gonna be back. And worst of all, they said that they were gonna tear down my burrow so that they can make room to get it out. This is terrible. I cannot let those guys get this egg. At least they didn't come for me though. I'm still around. I can protect the egg. You know what? I think that's what I need to do. I need to take matters into my own hands. First things first, I gotta make sure that those guys can never come back here. It looks like they went down this road over here. They left a little path behind them. They must have been like driving their vehicles down and up this path so that they can come here. Well, that's very convenient. Now I know exactly where they're gonna be coming from. Maybe I could set up some sort of trap on the road. Now, most people don't know this, but us bunnies are actually very, very good at digging. So let me go ahead and just dig out a giant hole inside of their road. And I think I have a good idea. Actually, we shouldn't dig out the hole over here. Look, you see how there's like a little bump in the road, how it goes down? We should dig out our hole over here. So that way, when they're driving, they're not even going to see it. There we go. Let's fill in this area again. And let's begin digging our real hole right over here. They said they were going to come here with their trucks and other vehicles to pick up the egg. I really wonder what's inside of that thing. My parents, who used to live in this burrow with me a long time ago, told me to protect it with my life. But they always said it's really important. Yeah, they never told me what's inside. I've had some theories. Maybe it's like a new sibling or something. Maybe they had another kid and it's supposed to be like my brother or sister and they live inside of that egg. Although it is a very big egg. I've never seen a baby bunny egg be that big. Maybe they were born with some weird defects or something. Anyways, I've just gone ahead and dug out a giant hole over here. There is no way any vehicle will be able to get through this. Now the next thing we need to do is dig this hole even deeper. What I'm planning on doing is digging a huge hole and then putting a bunch of leaves on top of it so that if those guys try driving over it, they're gonna fall straight in. It's gonna look like a regular part of the ground, but it's gonna be the exact opposite. This is actually a tactic that me and my fellow bunnies use all the time. Sometimes we have wild predators in the woods like wolves and other animals who try to get us, and if we want to like get them away from us, we just dig out a big hole and then cover it up with leaves. Pretty clever tactic if you ask me, but this is the biggest leaf trap that I've ever built. I don't even know if this is gonna work. Usually I'm used to digging out these holes like 4 blocks wide so that I can trap a wolf or other small predator, not an entire truck. And okay, there we go. I just finished digging out the entire hole. This hole is pretty big, so I think if any vehicle drives down here, it'll definitely be stuck for a while. All right, now I just gotta get myself out of this hole. Everyone knows that bunnies are really good at jumping, so let me just charge up a big super jump. I learned how to do this back in bunny school. In the gym class, they'd always make us train super jumps. Just gotta warm my legs up and there we go. All right, that works pretty good. All right, now that we've got this massive hole dug out, the next thing that we need to do is start covering it up with leaves. Let me see. Do I happen to to have anything on me that I could use for this. I collect a lot of random stuff from the forest. Whenever I go out to explore, there's just a bunch of random items that I see on the ground always, and I always try to collect it all because it could be useful one day. I think most of this stuff belongs to random hunters who come here in the forest and then they leave it behind. But wait, this is what I'm looking for. Grass traps. Pretty much if you look at this stuff from above, it looks like a regular block, but if you actually walk over it like this, it is the exact opposite. This stuff can barely support any weight. Even me, a baby bunny standing on top of it, was enough to trigger it and have it fall through. So let's go ahead and cover up this entire hole with a bunch of this stuff. Oh man, this is looking so great. My parents would be so proud of me right now if they were here. I'm protecting the family home. Unfortunately, they are not here though. They went to a vacation to a beetroot farm. I was the only member of the family who didn't go. I don't know why, but I just don't like beetroots for some reason. I'm more of a carrot guy myself. But anyways, this trap is looking pretty great, but one slight problem that I just realized. What if those guys drive their truck here and then they notice the weird color change in the floor? The entire floor is just green over here, when over here it's like brown and gray and all sorts of different colors. If they notice that something is suspicious and then decide to drive around, then we're kind of in a lot of trouble. I'm gonna be cooked. Literally, they're probably gonna take me, skin me alive, and then cook me in a pot and serve me to someone. So I need to think of something else that we can do. Well, I just got one more idea for something that we can do. There's some nails that we can put on the ground. There was a bunch of construction people trying to build a cabin, and I just went in and took a bunch of stuff from them. Here, let's go ahead and just put down a bunch of these nail traps all over the ground. If they try driving over this with any sort of wheels, then their wheels are gonna get destroyed. Look at this. Yeah, okay, there's a lot of nails here. I gotta be careful to not step on these myself. Let me jump over that, and all right, we've got a little bit more defense, but they could still just drive around that. And if they, oh wait, these nails are horrible, I just realized. If they drive their truck over here, over the nails, then their truck is gonna stop here. They're not gonna be able to drive into the trap. Maybe they'll have nail-proof tires though, who knows? Either way, I still need to do some more stuff to defend the base. Let's see. Do I happen to have anything that could help me in a situation like this? Oh, wait a second. I have something that those guys don't. I'm a bunny. I can jump around really, really high and really far. What if I set up a trap that I can jump over, but in order to get inside of the base, you have to like go over it. So they're gonna have to walk over it. Let me grab a couple of pressure plates, and I think I know exactly what to do here. I'm thinking we gotta get some pressure plates that kind of blend in with the ground. Probably the best thing that we can use here are... Wait, what if we use these dark oak ones? We can put them on top of these blocks here. Yeah, that kind of blends in, but I think anyone can make this jump. This jump isn't like a special jump. I just didn't make it there. That was embarrassing. But this jump is pretty easy to make. You don't even have to jump. You can just like run forward and you're gonna fall in. So I think we should put the pressure plates elsewhere. Oh wait, actually, instead of pressure plates, something a little bit more hidden could be some tripwire hooks. Let me grab a tripwire hook and then some string and then put it down right here and right here. Okay, wait, that's actually not gonna connect like that. There we go. That looks good. So if we put some string over here and connect this together, now whenever you walk over this, it'll activate the tripwire hooks. We might want to make this a little bit more hidden though. I feel like this is kind of obvious to see. What if we dig into the wall over here like this and then put in the tripwire hooks? Yes, that looks much better. Let's cover this up a little bit so that those people have to walk over this. And in fact, we can even make this tripwire hook a little longer. What happens if I put more string over here? If I walk on this string, is it gonna... it doesn't activate the tripwire hooks. We got to put more hooks down. A lot of tripwires and a lot of hooks right now. Let's cover up all of the hooks. Oh my goodness, I've been saying tripwire and tripwire hooks so much. But okay, now that everything is covered up, we should have 2 full rows of wire that if you step over are going to activate a trap. Now it's time to actually figure out what trap we're going to do. And I kind of have a bit of an idea. So I have these things that I collected from that construction site that I stole the nails from. These things are called anvils. I'm pretty sure they're like really, really heavy. One time I accidentally dropped one on a carrot and it turned into carrot stew. I'm thinking what I could do is maybe I could go up there on that little hill above the base and I could set up a mechanism to drop a bunch of anvils on these hunters as soon as they come down here. That could be pretty great. Let's walk up over here. By walk, I mean bounce. Being a bunny is actually so epic. I can just bounce wherever I need to go. All right, here we are. We made it up to the hill. Now let's go right over here, right above the tripwires that we've set up. And I'm thinking what we should do is grab some pistons. We can grab some pistons and then have them holding the anvils in place. And then only when we want the anvils to fall, the pistons will deactivate and then drop the anvils. Let's put some blocks down right over here on all of the spots where the anvils are placed. Yeah, just like that. And then above this, let's put down some pistons. So just like this. We're gonna need to make sure to cover all of this stuff up with some like grass and other green blocks to make this look natural. For now though, let's just cover all of this up with some pistons like that. And then let's put some blocks blocks on top of the pistons, and then grab some redstone, and then connect all of the pistons together. All right, so now if I activate this redstone, all of these pistons are going to activate, and we could put down all of our anvils on top of it. Oh boy, this is a lot of anvils. It was a big pain in the butt carrying all of these back to my little home. I had to get a couple of my buddies to help me, and I think my parents even chipped in too. It was a long time ago, like maybe 2 months ago. I kind of forgot. 2 months is a lot of time in bunny time. Anyways, we've gone ahead and set up this trap now. Now the next thing that we need to do is, number one, make sure that this redstone does not turn off until we finish the trap. And number two, we got to connect this redstone down to the tripwires over there. How could we do both of those things in a really nice, elegant way? Oh, I think I know. Using redstone torches. I saw these one guys coming into the forest a while ago. In fact, I'll just go over the whole story right now. Pretty much there were some guys coming into the forest. They were carrying these like big black tube looking things. I didn't really know what they were doing. But then later I found out they were trying to build a big pipe. So they were trying to build like a giant pipe or something that runs across the forest. I don't really know why. But then they had a bunch of redstone torches with them to turn like the pumps in the pipe on and off. And they were putting them in like they were putting them in a tower like this. And then the way that it would work is whenever the torch at the bottom would turn off, the one at the top would turn on. So this was like a good way to have redstone going like vertical. So yeah, let's just set up one of these things right over here. I'm just copying their design. Also, I stole these torches from them as well. As soon as they went on break, I went in and just took a couple torches because, you know, they were useful. And I'm really glad that I took these torches right now because these are proving to be very helpful. So I've just set up this redstone torch line. Now, if I go out here, I should be able to, let's see, the tripwires are right here. Let me grab a repeater, have those points out of the tripwires. And then now if I step on the tripwires, it should activate this redstone over here. Okay, why is it not activating it? Oh, I see the problem. Oh, wait, no, I don't see the problem. Oh, now I do. I put down the redstone repeaters on the wrong side. Let's reconnect this up again. There we go. And then let's put all of our repeaters in the correct spot this time. And now if I step over this, look at that. Either one of these that we step on, even if we step on it all the way over here, it'll turn on the redstone. All right, so now that we've got all that, I think the best way to have this redstone reach the pistons up there is to have it go under the ground. So let's just have another redstone torch down here, and then we can have an underground system of tunnels that go up to the pistons. There we go. Let's just connect all of this together, and we might even want to put a repeater in here just to make sure that the signal doesn't die out. Actually, no, there's a repeater right there. I think it should be fine. Actually, just to be on the safe side. There we go. Another repeater. All right, now let's give this thing a shot. So if I press this button over, or if I step on this tripwire, it's not going to activate all the stuff up there, but it should turn off the redstone. Oh, how can I tell? Can I put a block here or just drop an item here? Oh, I can. Look at that. It's activating the tripwire. Now I can cover all of this stuff up. Oh, we can see if the redstone makes it through. It looks like it is indeed making it through. Let's cover this up and then bounce back to the top of this hill. And look at that. The redstone torch up here is off. Now, I don't remember if it was off or on when we came in, but I'm guessing now if I go and pick up this block, then the redstone signal is on. Okay, perfect. So we've got a working redstone signal. Now let's connect the redstone from this redstone torch all the way over here to our pistons, just like that. We can toss in a repeater over here just for good measures. And okay, I think we are now good to turn off this lever. I hope we're good to turn off the lever. And actually, I'm going to put another repeater over here. Oh, there we go. Uh-oh, wait, the anvil's broke because as soon as I broke that redstone, I put down the repeater and then all of the pistons crushed the anvils. Okay, that was good. I don't think the anvils broke our system down there. But now, actually, let's pick up these anvils again. I don't know why I put these here. I should have tested this before putting down all the anvils. Wait, do we even need this? Now, if we go down over here and if we activate these tripwires, then look at that. A moment later, all of the pistons are opened up. Huh, wait, they kind of opening up a little bit slowly. I don't know what's going to stop the humans from just moving away when these things open up. We're going to need to come up with a way to solve that. First, though, let's put down some anvils here. Oh, in fact, we can even put 2 layers of anvils. Why not? I got a lot of these things. And now let's just cover the entire thing up with some grass. Just got to make it look very, very natural and not suspicious at all. And okay, I think this looks pretty natural. Let me jump down here and take a look. And yeah, you know, unless you're directly underneath it, then this definitely just looks like a normal part of the hill. Wait, one more thing that we can do to make this even more natural looking. Let's grab some more of these grass traps. And oh, we got to be careful not to step on the tripwires this time. Actually, let me do a test. Can I jump over this? I should be able to. Oh yeah, piece of cake. I wasn't even trying there. One idea I have though is if I go down here, I can put down a bunch of these. Remember those grass things we used earlier? I can put down a bunch of these over here. And now you can't even see the pistons. This just looks like a natural part of the hill. All right, well, this is looking pretty good. But like I said earlier, we still have that one problem. Those players can just move out of the way as soon as they realize they've stepped over some tripwire hooks. Maybe in order to fix that, what we could do is have them be splashed with like a slowness potion as soon as they step over this. That could work. Let me grab a dispenser and I'm just going to put put down a dispenser. Let's see. We got to hide it somewhere. Wait, what if we just put it in the ground? We can put down a dispenser right over here. And then let me grab some slowness potions. Of course, we got to grab the slowest possible ones. Slowness 4 for 20 seconds. 20 seconds will be plenty of time. Let's put those all inside of this dispenser. And before we actually set this whole thing up, I want to do a test. So if I activate this, then will I get hit with the slowness splash potion? Wait, let me test it out from far away, because I got to make sure I don't want the potion leaking in from down here. I want to see if it'll actually, like, you know, splash the potion through the ground. All right, moment of truth. Let's connect this all together and please work. I saw some bubbles. I think it worked. Let me test it if I stand here though. If I flick the lever, I get slowness 4. Oh my goodness, I am so slow. And I'm a bunny, so I'm like usually faster than other people. Oh my goodness, this is miserable. I do not like being slow like this at all. I think in order to make this effective though, we should put down a bunch of dispensers. Yeah, let me just grab this dispenser and then just put down a ton of them over here. This should be enough. Now underneath them, let's hook them all up together with some redstone. Will something like this work? Let's see. Nope, that doesn't work. I think I gotta put some repeaters to connect all of them together. And then let's connect the redstone from the repeater over here to the tripwire hooks right over here. Yep, this looks pretty good. And okay, I think this should work. I want to do a little test, but before we test this out, let's go over here and disconnect the tripwire hook from the other stuff. Yeah, I don't want the anvils dropping down and crushing me. All right, so now if I go over here and I'm just gonna act like a slow human, just walking over the thing. Oh, you get slowness, and then you are incredibly slow. And by now, the anvils are probably gonna fall. All right, let's go connect the anvils back up again. There we go. Anyways, I'm starting to feel much safer inside of my little bunny burrow now. I wonder if there's any more traps that I should set up, though. I've already got... Uh-oh, the people are here.
What in the world is that stuff?
I don't know. It looks like a bunch of leaves came on the ground.
I don't think we should drive over that. There might be some dangerous stuff under there. Our tires might pop.
Wait. The humans are here already. They just went around my first trap. Uh-oh, I gotta go inside. What do? I'm actually freaking out right now.
All right, here we are, and we've got the pickup truck.
Yes, we're finally gonna get the egg. But, we might need to bring another truck. I don't know if the egg will fit inside of just one truck.
No, this is terrible. It's actually all over. Those guys are gonna break into my house, and then they're gonna take the egg, which might have my next bunny sibling inside of it. This is the worst day of my life. My parents are gonna come home from vacation disappointed at me.
Well, we're gonna need to open up the entrance to this burrow a little bit so that we can get the egg out. Let's go get this job done.
Let's do this. What? Huh?
Ah!
The anvil trap worked! Let's go! Oh my goodness, I was actually panicking there. I had no idea if that would work or not, but I am so glad that it did. Wow, those anvils worked really good. I'm kind of glad that I put like 2 layers of anvils. I think some of the anvils broke due to the fall. Well, that was pretty awesome. And I guess now I have another thing that I've stolen from the humans in my collection. I've got this big purple truck. This is awesome. I can drive it. Oh yeah, the rest of my family is gonna be so jealous once they get back from vacation. This is sick. Wait, that could have been bad. That was pretty crazy. And if you want to watch the next video, then click on the video on the screen right now.